the entire universal form. Okay, it's called as Virat Rupa, it is known as Vishwarupa. Different names are there. Huh? Sure. Who wants to be? Someone can put volunteer. You know, right? You're supposed to check it. Shankar, yes. 6:45. Yes, yes.
Text 1. Arjuna said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled.
What do you want to read? Okay.
O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity and have realized your inexhaustible glories.
O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me, you in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see you, to see how you have entered into the cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours.
Yeah, I want to see that form of yours. Now this is important. Fourth one. Who is reading? Yeah.
Text 4. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self.
Right? So this section is most important, where Arjuna is asking Krishna that if you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, and not saying that I demand that you show me your cosmic form, only then I will believe you are supreme. Arjuna already told in 10th chapter that I believe you are supreme. Now he is saying that I wish to see your supreme. Markandeya Rishi also wanted to see the entire material world. Right? So later Arjuna is also asking the same thing. And this again is humility. We discussed last time. Humility. Right? Our life, the humility is the ornament of our devotional service. One has to be humble in order to think of it like coming to someone for knowledge with an empty pot. If you have a full pot, कि मेरे को सब आता है, I know everything. Do you think anyone will be able to pour knowledge? No. Whatever is poured, it will go out only. So one comes with an empty pot, even if you know everything. Krishna, when he went to Sandipani Muni, he came with a mood that you have to teach me. I don't know. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So even he is coming with that mood. Similarly, Arjuna is also coming with that mood. My illusion has been dispelled. I realized your glories. I desire to see your universal form by which you enter and support this universe. And the main thing is, if you think I can behold, right? Request. And here is, this is very important. Vishwarup is a temporary form. It is not a ultimate form. Someone will say, nature is God. Have you heard this term? Nature is God. Right? Once there I saw a person. Everyone has different definitions of God. On his t-shirt at the front it was written, I used to be an atheist. So nice. Used to be an atheist. Things have changed. By the time he crossed, behind the t-shirt it was written, till the time I realized I am God. So people have different conceptions of God. For some people, God is generator, operator and destroyer. For countries, it is written, in God we trust. It would be gas, oil, defense. So for someone, God is everything. For some, God is anything. For some, God is something. For some, God is nothing. People have different conceptions of God. And in this Vishwarup form, V.I.R.A.T is a temporary material form. For someone who cannot understand Krishna, they can see that how entire material world is actually one of the form of Krishna. But it is a temporary form. This is very, very important. One should not think of, because there is so much grandeur in this form, you see, so much grandeur is there in that form. Someone might think, hey, this is ultimate. But Krishna is saying that is not ultimate form. This is very important. It is temporary and not ultimate. And it is material conception just for someone who cannot understand Krishna. To understand this, Krishna is also pervading the entire material world. 10.8 he says like, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate. 10.8. So there is I am pervading everywhere. How? We can see through the V.I.R.A.T. He is pervading everywhere. And devotees are not eager to see. Because devotees are happy to see the Shyam Sundar form. But why Arjuna is asking? Just for upon this looking, public demand for us. And in fact, Acharya explained, if anyone says, I am God or he is God, we should immediately ask, show me your divine form. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's case, at various instances, he showed Chatbhuja Rup form, he showed Ram form, many forms he showed at different pastimes of his Leela. So, like that. And Arjuna is asking for others' sake. This point is very important to remember. It's not like he didn't have the faith. He had full faith. 10.10 chapter only he said, I am full faith. But I am doing this for others. Okay. So, okay, let's read. Who wants to read next? We'll read all four. Someone can read all four. So that good. So you can read all four. I mean, whatever it is.
Text 5. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, O son of Partha,
Pritha.
Pritha.
Oh, small, no?
No, I don't have to exactly. Pritha, see now my opulences, hundreds of thousands of varied divine and multicolored forms. Text 6. O best of Bharatas, see here the different manifestations of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Aswin Kumaras, and all the other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen and heard of before. Text 7. O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. Text 8. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic appearances.
So, here Acharya is right. That last line that he has said, actually Arjuna was able to appreciate Krishna's two-armed form, the Shyam Sundar form. And he's asking for a material form. So, by saying that I will give you divine eyes, Krishna is degrading, or you can say, if he was a manager, now he's becoming a IC2. Basically, giving him lower thing by which he can appreciate that form. Because he was very happy seeing the two-handed form. You understand what I'm saying? So, sort of, instead of Prema Chakshu that we'll discuss, there are three levels of Chakshu. Charma Chakshu, which you see from your direct eyes. Second is Shastra Chakshu, you see from the scriptures. And that is Prema Chakshu, where you are seeing from the eyes of devotion. So here you have a capacity to see Premanjana through the eyes of devotion. But he's saying, I lower your divine form, so that form or eyes, so that you can see this form also. Divya Chakshu. Okay, we discussed all this. Behold my opulence, color, shapes and sizes, all wonderful things and beings. And this is important. Rudras, Brahmas, everything was a part and parcel of that universal form. Right? So Krishna pervades everywhere among all the devatas also. Right? I will give you divine eyes. So we completed the section 1. V was vision. हम लोग क्या एक्रोनिम क्या है? विराट. ये तो याद रहेगा. कोई चैप्टर भूले ना भूले. ये चैप्टर तो भूलना ध्यान से नहीं है. Right? So V.I.R.A.T. First is V, which is vision. Second is the form now that Arjuna is going to see. It is inconceivable to understand also. Now when you're reading also, right, it will mention like it is no ending, no starting, no ending, no middle. And in a material way, we cannot understand that. See, every company starts, every company ends, every company has a middle. But here the form, the way Arjuna will describe, he will say there is no beginning, there is no starting, there is no end. I want to offer obeisance from left, right, center, behind. Because it's too much to handle for him. So that's why it is inconceivable. For us it is, for a person who is very materialistic at our level, we cannot perceive it very nicely. But how can something has no starting or no ending? Right? Okay. Okay, I'm not sorry. So now Sanjay is going to speak, because Arjuna now, as soon as he's seeing the form, he is also a little overwhelmed. So now who will describe that what Arjuna is seeing? Sanjay is describing. Sometimes होता है ना drama में, so someone is looking at this, then पीछे से someone is saying what is happening. Right? I don't know what is it called. What is it called? Someone who is speaking from behind. Anyways,
MC.
So, MC, yeah, MC. So something like that. So Sanjay was the MC in this case, and he's saying what Arjuna is seeing in that form. Okay, go ahead. Who wants to be?
Sanjay said, O king, having spoken thus, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Text 10 to 11. Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine unpraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. Text 12. If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. Text 13. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe, situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. Text 14. Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances, and with folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. Text
He was so scared because suddenly he saw that universal form. Imagine the emotions that he might be going through, right? And for him, he was my friend. Imagine suddenly in front of you, a friend shows a, that you come to know suddenly that he's a multi-billionaire, multi-trillionaire. Suddenly you will start shaking. My relationship with him, I used to behave like this, like. So that's all the emotions now Arjuna is feeling and undescribable. In fact, you will see some verses, he will repeat the same thing again and again. You will feel he's abhi to bola. He will repeat the same thing because he's so much enamored of, so much confused seeing that form of Krishna. Like that. There is V.I.R.A.T, there are different emotions. V.I.R.A.T is scared, confused. All these emotions he is going through. His primary emotion is actually of friendship. But seeing in universal form, he is going through different emotions. So it's an experience which cannot be described. It's inconceivable. Go ahead, Harshini.
Text 15. Arjuna said, My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and all the sages and divine serpents.
Yeah. So unlimited faces, hands, weapons, and effulgence like thousands of suns, right? And all this was told by Sanjay, that what Arjuna is seeing. So see, Sanjay is also fortunate, right? He got all this. And Dhritarashtra got the opportunity. V.I.R.A.T said that I can give you the eyes to see that entire what is happening in Kurukshetra. But he was scared that I will only see Kauravas getting killed. Instead, rather, let me ask Sanjay to get. Sanjay got the benefit. And here, at this point, when I first read, I never understood what does it mean. At that time, Arjuna could see the universal form of the Lord, unlimited expansion of the universe, situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. How can you see all the universes, everything at one shot? Right? Then I remembered my childhood thing. Have you gone to a TV showroom where all the channels are running all together? So what you're doing? Everything what is happening around the world, you are able to see in one place. Right? It is, if you ask someone 100 years back that something like this is there, you will say, hey, kuch bhi. Right? You will say like that only, right? But you know that it is possible. So that time, when you're talking about Krishna and Arjuna, that time Arjuna is there, Krishna is there, Supreme Lord of God. He can't show this is this man-made thing. So what Krishna can do. Right? And when I joined first time a company, I saw a person was sitting with 10, 15 these terminals. And I asked him, what are you doing with so many terminals? You know this terminal? Not terminal ill. This is terminal. I don't know what. People know what is terminal? Yeah. So then he said, I'm looking at various servers across the world. Northeast, Singapore, India, I was saying like that. So, I was thinking, what all people make here? So, and this is just a glimpse of what Krishna can show to Arjuna. You understood, right? You have to see. Sometimes we think that, oh, how is this possible? But now also it is happening. And that time Krishna is divine, Krishna is supreme, so he can't do that when these people can do. Right? Understood, right? We'll go ahead. Right? So now Krishna will also describe the universal form. Okay, we'll go ahead. 16. Who wants to read?
Text 16. O Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see in your body many, many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes.
So you know belly in Sanskrit is known as Udara, and Krishna is known as Damodara. The entire pastime Damodara is because he was tied, his belly was tied with a rope. So Dama Udara, Damodara. Sanskrit U. So I'm learning that Udre O. So when and U comes together, it becomes O. So Damodar. Dama and Udar becomes Damodar. So similarly, Damodar is known as belly. So it's supposed many, many bellies.
He is connected with the belly.
Huh?
He is connected with the belly.
There is a pastime of Damodar Lila where Yashoda Maiya binds him with a rope. And after that pastime, he is known as Damodar. Because Dama is rope and Udara means belly. So he was tied, his belly was tied with a rope. And and O when comes together in Sanskrit, it becomes O. Like that. Like Purushottam, Shottam. Purusha and Uttama becomes Purushottam. Yeah? You learned something new in
Something. Prabhuji is called something.
क्या बात है? Yeah, so this is Sarveshwara Sandhi. Yeah, Harinamamrita Vakaruna. It is known as Sarveshwara Sandhi.
Expanded everywhere without limit. I see in you no end, no middle, and no beginning. Text 70. Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, spreading on all sides, like blazing fire or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs. Text 18. You are the supreme primal objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest.
Oldest means not like a not like that oldest. He is oldest but looks younger. Right? So it is said in scripture that after 16 age, his age stopped in the sense of he was not getting old as others. Okay, but he's the starting and no middle, that's why he's the oldest.
You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion. Text 19. You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and the moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance. Text 20. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between. O Great One, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perturbed. Text 21. All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings, crying all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns.
So they are all scared, seeing the entire universal form of Krishna. Okay, we'll go ahead. Yeah, this is important. So here we can read on 26. 26 already know. This is the end of section 2. The inconceivable universal form. Right? Okay, who should ask? Someone from here maybe someone will read. So this is the last section of the second section.
On the sir.
Text 26 and 27. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also rushing are rushing into your fearful mouths, and some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth.
So whenever you ask something from Krishna, how Krishna will give that, we don't know. See, think about it. If you have known that Krishna is supreme now, okay, you know Arjuna's situation, think about it. Now you want to see, right, how Krishna is pervading. Right? So Arjuna also asked, correct? How in through V.I.R.A.T. So he's saying that I also want to see how you are pervading everywhere. He was thinking this will be some thrilling vision. I'll be able to see something thrilling. But the thrilling vision is slowly getting converted into a chilling vision. He asked for V.I.R.A.T, but Krishna along with V.I.R.A.T is showing the Kala Roop also. Where he's showing that everybody in the Kauravas are going to get destroyed. Everybody. And that, think about it, will give goosebumps and also scare. You will become afraid. When you see Duryodhan, Karna, they are all entering into the mouths as moths, into the mouths of V.I.R.A.T. And he also realizing that even if I don't partake in this fight, they are still going to die anyways. This was one of the arguments Arjuna had. Why should I kill them? And now Arjuna is realizing that in this fight, I am only nimitta matra. I am not the doer. Doer is Krishna. I am just an instrument. I am just an instrument. That's why Krishna tells to Arjuna in one of the verses that nimitta matram bhavya sabya sachi. That you are just a nimitta matra. So Arjuna asked for a thrilling vision, but now Krishna is giving him chilling vision. Where now he is getting goosebumps and he is getting scared. That all these people whom I know, they are all dying. They are all entering the mouths and getting crushed. Imagine your tat or your bade papa ki bade papa. They are all getting crushed in the mouth of Krishna, the V.I.R.A.T root. So now they are scared. Now he is actually scared.
Text 28. As the many waves of the river flow into the ocean, so do all those great warriors enter blazing into your mouths. Text 29. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to the destruction in blazing fire. Text 30. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. Text 31. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your vision is.
So Arjuna is now scared. I asked for a vision, but now I want to know the mission also. Why is Krishna showing me all this? I just asked for a vision. I just asked for a V.I.R.A.T Rupa. But why is he showing so bhayanak things and all? Imagine your relatives are getting crushed into the mouth. You won't feel nice. Now Arjuna is asking that, who are you? And why have you come here? What is your mission? Because it doesn't look like you just wanted to play with me. I thought you are just my friend and you are helping me in the battle we are going to fight. But looks like you have something more. What you want? You know? Chate kya ho? You know, that kind of thing now Arjuna is having. So think yourself from Arjuna's perspective, then you realize that what is Arjuna going through. That it's not easy what he's going through right now. So 30 to 24 is ravaging time. Ravage. He's saying, I'm going to destroy everything. Whoever is putting adharma in this material world, they are all going to get destroyed. This is what Krishna is saying to Arjuna in this section, from 32 to 34. Ravage means destruction. And Krishna is saying that this is why I have come here, to just do destruction of the adharmis and to re-establish dharma. I know this chapter was a scary chapter. Hey chapter. There are all parts in Bhagavad Gita. That chapter is one of the, like Krishna is very, very strong on what he's going to speak. Okay, who wants to read? And this again, very more difficult to grasp. Three verses, okay? So we discussed vision, inconceivable universal form, V.I.R.A.T Rupa, in which he showed Kala Rupa also. And now we are reading 32 to 34 is ravage. Ravaging time. He's saying, we will destroy everything.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. Text 33. Therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in fight.
Right? I said, right? Nimitta matram bhava sabyasachi. Right? Krishna takes away everything. But Krishna doesn't take everything from you. Krishna takes everything that you are not. You understood? Krishna doesn't take everything from you. Krishna takes everything that you are not. Which is, you're not your body. That will be taken away. You're not the possessions. That will be taken. Everything will be taken away that you are not. Right? Understood?
Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and the other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight, and you will vanquish your enemies in battle.
Here Krishna introduces Kal, and this 32nd verse is the verse that open I am a Red Sea, Kal I am, Kalusmi. Kal I am the destroyer of the entire world. And that's when the nuclear bomb was invented. It came from this verse. 11th chapter, 32nd verse, where is saying Kal I am. And Krishna says, there are 5 topics in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that is discussed. One of them is Kala. It is very important to understand that time is eternal. Time is unpredictable. Time is uncontrollable. Both the things of the time is unpredictable, and time is uncontrollable, and time is unstoppable. If you think you can stop the time, no. If you think you can control the time, no. If you think you can predict what is going to happen, they are all going very nicely. Rosy days are going. Suddenly, something happens. Like I said last year, everything was going rosy. Suddenly I lost my voice. 3 months, no voice. 3 months, no voice. So we might think that, I am the He-Man, control of this world. This will take away everything. We don't know, suddenly. And that is why it is important to ask, why I ever come here? And what is my purpose in this life? We showed that video last week. We have to keep asking that question. Krishna again and again is reminding us that this world is temporary and your body is also temporary. The soul is eternal, which just passes from one body to another. It is better to have this knowledge so that we can act accordingly. That's what Arjuna is saying to Krishna also. And we can see the effect of time more in Kali Yuga. In Dwapar Yuga, in all other yugas, you won't see so much because people used to live for so longer years. But here the total time span is 100. So we can see the effect of Kali Yuga or time much in a faster rate. Once, earlier times, what used to happen is anyone used to come to meet Yudhishthira Maharaj. So they cannot just directly go because Yudhishthira was so busy, so many things are going on. So they used to come first to Bhima. And Bhima used to first decide whether this topic, what you want to discuss, is worth coming to Yudhishthira Maharaj or not. So first someone came, Brahmana came to Bhima. First he wanted to go to Yudhishthira, but Bhima said, first tell me. So he said, suddenly I am seeing my neighbor's house fence is entering into my house on its own. I don't know why that is happening. So Bhima said, even I don't know. On its own? He said, yes, on its own. Neighbor's house, I know now, you also must be experiencing sometimes. So he's saying the neighbor's house, automatically the fence is coming to my side. So then, because Bhima was not able to answer, Bhima said, you talk to Yudhishthira Maharaj, he can tell you. Then he went to Yudhishthira Maharaj, then he came satisfied, he left. And Bhima was wondering what happened. Then other guy came after some time. He said, I'm seeing a very weird thing. I'm seeing that I have a very big pot, and in that big pot, when I have filled the water, I am now transferring the water into all the smaller pots. And when I am putting the water back into the big pot is only half filled. I'm not understanding how is this possible. The water is not wasted. The same water is going into the small pots, and the same water from the small pots, how is putting in different cups. So same water is coming back to the big pot, but only half filled. I said, hey, this is more harder than UPSC exam also. You talk to, in your case, SAT exam. So he said, you asked to Yudhishthira Maharaj. He comes back satisfied. He was completely confused. Then he said, then third person comes suddenly. And he says, I saw a very weird thing. I saw that there is a needle from whom the elephant entered, but the tail got stuck. So, hey, push. How is this possible? From the needle, okay, needle side, elephant went. But how can tail get stuck? He said, no, I saw. He said, okay, you ask Yudhishthira Maharaj. Then he goes to Yudhishthira Maharaj and he feels satisfied. He goes up and this guy is completely confused. Bhima said, how? I mean, there's also is mentioned Mahabharata. So now he's already perplexed. He said, first this incident, then second this, and third this. Then fourth guy comes. He said, now what? He said, I'm seeing a very weird thing. There's a big heavy rock where many people are trying to lift it heavy. You know, dole shole, everything is there. They're not able to pick up to take to the next, to a neighboring place. But a sadhu is coming, he's just picking up like that and able to put it. How is that possible? He said, I also don't know how is this possible. So again he says, go to Yudhishthira Maharaj. He comes satisfied, he leaves. Then Bhima is confused. What is happening in these four incidents that you know, this is all weird. So he goes to Yudhishthira Maharaj. And then he asks Yudhishthira Maharaj that what exactly these four things signifies. So he says, Yudhishthira Maharaj says, this signifies that Kali Yuga is starting. Kali Yuga is starting. He says the first incident, that fence is moving into a neighbor's lawn, that is signifying people will always be on the verge of taking everyone's wealth, usurping others' wealth. What is that movie? Have you seen that movie, Anupam Kher's Ghosla Ka Ghosla? Have you watched? No. Ghosla Ka Ghosla. Yes, if you're not watched, it's good. You don't have to watch. But that story shows that how someone is usurping others' thing. Good, very good. Sadhus are sitting there. So he says that
Border conflicts.
Border conflicts. Yes. That, right now we are seeing that also. So he says people will be busy usurping others' kingdom. That is sign of Kali Yuga. Second thing he said, okay, that is okay. But what about the pots? Pot we transferred. How come when the pots were back transferred, it was half filled? He said that signifies that whatever you do for someone, you will never get the same reciprocation back. You always get something half. Parents will see that with kids. Sorry, इतना करते हैं तुम्हारे लिए, इतना करते, बदले में क्या दिया तुमने? Right? Parents tell to kids. Right? That reciprocation not there. What about husband wife also? Husband thinks wife is not reciprocating. Wife thinks husband not reciprocating. Right? Sometimes happens. So like that. सही बात है कोई बोला. Always happens. So he said, she is laughing nicely. So that is the second thing. Then he said, but what about that elephant? The elephant is entering to the eye of the needle, but the tail gets stuck. Then he said, people will be spending millions on all the worthless things. But when it comes to spirituality, they will not even give a farthing. And you see, they'll go to Singapore, this port, that port, they'll go to, no, Singapore is not bad, I also went, but I went for spirituality, but they'll go to all the different places, they will enjoy Switzerland, you know, all this, all this they will do, go here and there, but they'll never spend a single penny on spiritual. If you ask them, please take this book, they'll say, hey, so costly, this, that, I have so much to do, other things, they will not send that. So, entire elephant will go, basically they spend millions, but tail, just one tail money also they will not give. Right? So, that is the third thing. And fourth thing he asked, what about that rock? That rock they were able to move, but they were not able to move, but the sadhu was able to move. He said that is a positivity of the Kali Yuga. Kalir dosha nidhe rajan asti eka mahagunan kirtanat eva krishnasya mukta sangha paramajika. This Kali Yuga is full of faults. Right? If you don't believe, you can ask your spouse, they can give you the list of faults. This Kali Yuga is full of faults, but there is one good quality, and that is the Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So this verse is saying, this entire story is saying that Kalir dosha nidhirajan asti eka mahan guna kirtanat eva krishnasya. That Hari Kirtan mukta sangha paramajika. One can be delivered from all misgivings. And that is Kala. Now Kala has entered the Kali Yuga. And Krishna is saying, Kala. It's a very important verse where Krishna is saying, I will destroy everything that is not you. Krishna will not destroy everything from you. Krishna will destroy everything that is not you. So bank account will remain, but holder will not remain. Okay? The body who is going to enjoy that bank account will not remain. Soul will enter into some other body. Settled about that. Okay, so now after knowing all this, what will someone do? Will start praying. Right? After you know all this, you will start praying. You realize. And now Arjuna, the entire Bhagavad, there is only one section where prayers are there. That is this section. Where Arjuna is now going to pray to Krishna. And Acharya is explaining how one should pray Krishna. You can remember this number 3242. Can you say?
3242.
So this entire prayers of Arjuna is divided into 4 parts. 3 verses, say 2 verses, 4 verses and 2 verses. Okay. 35th is the introduction. Sanjay will say that now Arjuna is going to speak the prayers. And from that 3 verses, 2, 4 and 2, he discusses the 4 verses or 4 kinds of prayers. How we should pray. First, you can remember this acronym, pray. How? Pray. P is, first you should praise the person. When Arjuna has seen all this, he is praising to Krishna. Second is, you should offer respects. Respecting. You see, when someone comes, we first praise, then we do Dandavat. Right? When we see Krishna, we do Dandavat. The second he did is, he started respecting Krishna, offering obeisances. Third is apologizing. He started apologizing to all the things he had done in the past. We will say, no, sorry Krishna, I did all that time pass. I was working 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm sorry Krishna. Right? We will say all that. So he is also saying. So apologizing. And finally, while he is hearing, finally he is going to request something more. You remember? You will remember? Praising, respecting, apologizing and yearning. Okay. Okay. We'll quickly go through this now. Maybe I can read this section. These are Arjuna's prayers. We have entered 4th section, which is A. A is Arjuna's prayers. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra. Now Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, ये बंदा अभी प्रेयर शुरू करने वाला है. O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna is already trembling, saying that Kala Rupa and Virat Rupa. Arjuna offered obeisances with folded hands again and again. He fearfully spoke to Lord Krishna in a faltering voice as follows. So 3 verses talks about praying or praising. 2 verses talks about respecting. 3 verses talks about apologizing. And again, 4 verses talks about apologizing. And 2 verses again talks about yearning, or what I want. So Arjuna said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name. Thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. The demons are fleeing here and there. O great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Now he's agreeing. And also he agreed. Here again he's repeating. I said no, because he's so scared. He's not realizing he has already spoken on this. He's again repeating the same thing. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisances unto you, O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe? He is the ultimate shelter. We are refugee, not Abhishek Bachchan refugee. We are refugee of Krishna, under Krishna. And Krishna is the refuge. He is the shelter giver. You are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. Like this is glorifying Krishna or praising Krishna. The next section, 39 and 40, is going to offer his obeisances or respects. Okay, we are into the second section. You are air, you are supreme controller, you are fire, you are water, you are moon, you are Brahma, you are first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. He is everything. Like that he is trying to say. You are Pitamaha, Prapitamaha. Therefore I offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times again and yet again. So now Arjuna is offering obeisances or respects to Krishna. So these two sections, 39 and 34, talks about respects. And now from 41, 42, 43, 44, Arjuna is going to apologize to Krishna. We should always be in a habit of, if we have made a blunder, we should at least ask apologies from Krishna. So now he's going to say, Oh Yadava, Oh Krishna, hey Sakyati, I used to address you like that. Arjuna is saying to Krishna. Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you. Oh Krishna, oh Yadava, oh friend. And Acharya has explained that because Arjuna was taking him as a Sakya, as a friend, he used to deal like that. Right? In fact, Krishna's father Vasudev was like a minister as compared to Arjuna's father was a Pandu who was the king of the entire Indraprastha. So that way he was in a higher position. So that's why Arjuna was saying that that's why I didn't deal with you properly. But I'm sorry about that. So he's asking for forgiveness that I didn't speak to you properly before. Oh Yadava, oh Sakyati, like that I used to speak to you. Not knowing your glories, please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have abandoned or dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, or sat or ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. He's asking for apologizing. He's requesting for mistake that he has done. Right? So 41, 42, 43, 44 talks about all the apologies that Arjuna has done. And finally, 45th and 46th, there he says, now what next? What I want. So now he will ask for two things, four-hand form and two-hand form. First he'll ask for four-hand form, and then finally he realizes that no, I want my Krishna back. Then he asks for a Saumya Roop. First he asks for V.I.R.A.T Roop, then Vibhatsa Roop, Kala Roop. Finally Saumya Roop. Saumya Roop means gentle, which is two-handed form of Krishna, Tribandha form, Shyam Sundar form of Krishna. After seeing this universal form, this one, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time my mind is disturbed with fear, vibhatsa. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as a supreme personality of Godhead. O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. Right? Now he's asking that I want to see your 400 form, and then he will ask for 200 form. Right? So this ends the section where Arjuna is praying to Krishna. Arjuna is praying to Krishna. Right? So what all we have discussed till now? V was
Vision.
vision. First verse to 8th verse. Then Krishna asked for, Arjuna asked for inconceivable universal form. This was entirely described from 9th to 31st. And then R was revenge, destruction. Krishna is saying, I'll destroy everything that is not you. Right? Which was 32 to 34. And from 35 to 46, it was
Apologize.
Arjuna's prayers. And finally, the last section, which is the most sweetest, where Krishna will ask, Arjuna is asked, seeing again the 200 form of Krishna. That is the T. T is the 200 form. So now Arjuna is going to ask Krishna. First, Krishna will show his 400 form, and then Krishna will show the 200 form. Okay. We'll quickly do this section. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, happily have I shown you by my internal potency, the supreme universal form within the material world. No one before you has ever seen this primal form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. Right? So, like that he is saying, and finally in the 50th verse he is saying, Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, 50th verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, having spoken thus to Arjuna, displayed his real 400 form. How? Krishna also showed that to Devaki and Vasudeva. And then they said, no, I want my Lala Krishna. Right? Then he showed the 200 form also, Lord Vishnu. And we can see, Krishna has the capacity to show all the forms. And that's why he is Govindam Adi Purusha. He is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. From him, everything else emanates. Even all the Rupas also, Vishnu Roop, Ram Roop, Gaudiya Vaishnava, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, everyone comes from Krishna. And at last showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. Now Arjuna starts to feel better when he sees the two-armed form of Krishna. Right? So we'll skip this part. The best part is the 55th verse. We both can recite. Everyone can go to the mobile now. Thank you for not opening it till now. So now you can open. We'll go to 11th chapter, verse number 55. It is considered as the essence of entire Bhagavad Gita. Essence of entire Bhagavad Gita. So how we discussed last chapter, 10th chapter, the 4 verses of Bhagavad Gita, 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, 10.11. Similarly, 11.55 is considered as the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So we'll discuss that. Everybody is there? Maybe I can also go. And you can memorize this verse also if you have time. Because Kal is also working. Okay, you can repeat after me. Mat karma krit mat paramo.
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 Mad bhakta sangha varjita.
Mad bhakta sangha varjita.
Nirvaira sarva bhuteshu.
Nirvaira sarva bhuteshu.
Yasa mameti pandava.
Yasa mameti pandava.
Who wants to read? This is a very important verse of the entire 11th chapter. Consider this as one of the, in fact, in the entire chapter, Bhagavad Gita also, this is considered as the epitome of the entire Bhagavad Gita. What should be the approach that a devotee should have towards the Lord?
My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me.
Right? He who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation. We don't have to think that should I take this part, should I do that part? Just taking Bhagavad Gita and taking shelter of Krishna. He who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of life, that Krishna is ultimate shelter. Krishna is ultimate shelter, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. Once there was a story, I don't know whether I've told this before. You can tell me if you have heard this, so I'll skip. Once, you know that entire Mahabharata was about to start, and Krishna, or Arjuna, Pandavas and Kauravas were deciding Krishna will be on whose side, right? So what happens? Arjuna comes to Krishna's quarters, right? Thinking that between Narayani Sena and Krishna, he will choose one. And Krishna says that either you can choose me, who is not going to fight, or Narayani Sena, is Krishna's entire army. And Duryodhana also comes, right? So now both of them parties are sitting, but Arjuna is sitting near the feet of Krishna, and Duryodhana, or ego, he is sitting near the head of Krishna. So when Krishna gets up, Krishna first sees Arjuna. Have you heard this story?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. You can tell. So then Krishna tells that Arjuna, you ask what you want first. So Duryodhana बोले कि अरे, but I came first, I'm not sitting from wrong. Krishna says, see, he's a छोटा भाई ना, छोटा, give some chance to him. And also because Krishna wanted to glorify Arjuna through this entire episode. So then Arjuna tells Krishna, Krishna asks, whom do you want? You want Narayani Sena or you want me? Who's not going to fight? Niyatta, I will not fight. Arjuna says, I want you. And Duryodhana already in his heart, he's like feeling so happy. But he's saying, koi baat nahi, I will take Narayani Sena. But under he was laddu phoot rahe, center fresh, like that. Diwan ki baat chal rahi. He was already very happy. So then Krishna said, okay, Narayani Sena, I will go to Duryodhana, and Arjuna, you will get me, but I'm not going to fight. So Duryodhana leaves, sad that, I'm getting Narayani Sena, I wanted Krishna. In front of him, he is living like that. But outside, he's doing cartwheels. Like that. I'll tell to Shakuni will become happy, like this. So then, now, one Kavi sees this entire pastime, and he writes that how Krishna is now talking to Arjuna. Have you heard this part? Okay. How many of you have heard? No. Okay, then I'll say. Only one person. You can close your ears then. So now Kavi writes, sees the entire pastime, and then he says that now Krishna is saying to Arjuna that हाथ तेरी निश्चित है, तू रहेगा सदा उदास, माखन लेके वो गया, रह गया तेरे लिए छाछ. He says हाथ तेरी निश्चित है, तू रहेगा सदा उदास, माखन लेके. What is the माखन here?
Essence.
नहीं, Narayani Sena. And what he got? Krishna, without fight, who is not going to fight. So छाछ रहेगा तेरे लिए छाछ. So then Arjuna says, this is all Kavi writing, the poet is writing. Then Arjuna is saying that जीत मेरी निश्चित है, दास कभी ना बहु दास, माखन लेके क्या करूं जब माखन चोर है मेरे पास. How many of you understood? So then he is saying that I am going to win this battle over Krishna because the servant of yours will never be defeated. Right? And then he is saying that माखन लेके क्या करूं? What should I do with the Narayani Sena? We also want Lakshmi, right? But we want Lakshmi without Narayan. But Arjuna is saying that माखन लेके क्या करूं? But the owner of the Narayani Sena, माखन चोर है मेरे पास. That the owner of Narayani Sena is you, and you will be with me. Right? And we have seen that entire Mahabharata, Krishna again and again protected Arjuna. Right? So when one has taken Krishna as the supreme goal of life, then Krishna is saying, then you will come to me. Krishna is saying, that is the essence of the entire Bhagavad Gita. That whatever we are doing, we are chanting, we are reading, we are taking association, we are doing all this just to get the mercy of Krishna. Just to get mercy of Krishna through Vaishnavas. Through Vaishnavas. Right? So that we have to make our goal of life. Through 11th chapter, which is very scary chapter in one sense. But this entire chapter is ending with a very sweet approach of Arjuna, where Arjuna is saying that I don't want anything, Krishna, I just want you. In fact, there was a section where Krishna and Arjuna both are on the chariot, and Krishna is saying to Arjuna, "Pehle aap, first you get down." And then saying to Krishna, "Nahi, pehle aap," because Arjuna already knows he is supreme personality about it. No need to say, "Pehle aap, pehle aap." Then finally Arjuna says, "Okay, I'll get down first." So Arjuna gets down. And after that, as soon as Krishna gets down, the entire chariot blasts. And then Arjuna understood that all that chariot was holding, it was holding by Krishna. Krishna was holding that chariot together, but by the arrows of the opposite army, that chariot was already gone. But Krishna was holding it together. Krishna is also holding all this. But we are not recognizing it. We just complain when things are not going well. But here Arjuna is showing us that whatever the situation, Pandavas went through so much disturbance, right? But still, Pandavas had full faith in Krishna. Never they rejected Krishna. Right? Krishna, we gave ourselves to you completely, but what did we get in return? They never said that. They had full faith in Krishna, that Krishna, Rakshishipe Krishna, that Krishna will only protect me. And that should be the mode of devotees. Right? The next section now, which is known as devotional service, where now Panamano will cover, where Krishna will explain to Arjuna what is devotional service. That will be the next chapter. It's a short chapter, 12th chapter. So 6:44 we will end here. Have you got any recall? Not yet. So we will just take questions. Everybody understood? Sorry, this class I know was a little heavy, but that also the subject matter was. So please forgive me. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Prabhu. Two questions, but I'll start. When you said pray, P for praising the God, Prabhu understood R-A-Y. Why to do pray P also, Prabhu? Why to do praising to God?
So when we praise the Lord, we understand that we are actually minuscule. Krishna is full. See, why do we praise our better half? Because then we also realize that, okay, she is doing so much for her. Unless we say that, we don't realize that what all the wife is doing for us. Similarly for wife, for husband. But if we think, no, she is already what, it doesn't come. But when we praise explicitly, we realize that, how much they are doing for us. So when we praise the Lord, automatically we are taking the humble position. That, so much Krishna is doing for us. When we praise, Krishna is unlimited. There is no end, no beginning, no starting. My God, what amazing Krishna is. In order to know His sweetness, we have to first know His greatness. That's why the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is describing the sweetness of the Lord, comes the 10th canto, not the first canto. Because if you see the first canto, which is sweetness, you will start to misjudge Krishna. What is this Krishna? Makhan chor, yeah. Brahmaji also got confused. Indra also got confused. But when they saw the greatness of the Lord, then they became Saumya. They also became little, I'm dealing with someone who is supreme. So when we praise the Lord, we get the realization that I'm Anu, I'm small, and that personality whom I'm dealing with is unlimited. We get that understanding.
Can I ask one more, Prabhu?
Yeah. Till the time Shamagraj doesn't call, you can ask.
What is why, Prabhu? I didn't understand.
Yearning means see. Sometimes what happens is we go to the temple. You have seen the movies where mother is about to leave, and then doctor comes out and he says, "अब तो भगवान ही बचा सकता है." Then he goes to the temple. That beta goes to the temple and जोर जोर से घंटी, आज तो अगर भगवान है तो बचा लेंगे. So we just go there to ask only. Putram dehi, janam dehi, this day. We just ask. But Krishna, Arjuna is showing through his prayers that before that we should also do the first 3 steps. Praising the Lord. Right? Offering obeisances. मतलब ऐसे जाते हैं जैसे कि God go नहीं, man. And he's a waiter. Ting ting, I want malai kofta. Ting ting, like that only we do, right? In restaurant what we do. And then फिर waiter आता है, क्या चाहिए? That's how we behave with Krishna. Right? So yearning comes at the end. And that also, what are you yearning for? Not for something for myself, but for my devotional life. But even if we are yearning for something material, we should pray to Krishna that I have this material yearning, but please understand, I want to also purify myself. Akama sarva kamam moksha kamam udagri tivrina bhakti yogina yajita purusham param. Dhruva also went for something material thing, but he got something higher. So it's okay, even if we have some ulterior motives, we can still approach Krishna. But we should also have the praising attitude, respecting attitude, apologizing of the mistakes we have done. And also we can ask that Krishna, I have this tendency, I want this thing which I know is not pure. But please offer me because I feel that I need this. But also purify my heart so that I don't have to ask again. Like that.
Last one, Prabhu.
Yes, go ahead. Okay. You can ask 2 more.
Prabhu, we got the message.
Okay.
Prabhu is running late. We have 15 more minutes.
Oh,
No, last, yeah.
we can ask slowly.
No, others can do we chant like that. What do you ask?
In the 55th one, what does it mean by he who works for me?
He who works for me, right? So let's say you're going to office, right? What we think, we are going for the manager. Manager is my maintainer, manager is my shelter, manager is my pay giver, everything we think like that only. But no. When we are earning, we should understand that Krishna actually is providing everything, not the manager. Manager is nimitta matram. She is just the instrument via Krishna. But Krishna is the ultimate giver. I told the story of the atheist. I told this. So once what happened is, one person was going for Madhukari. You know Madhukari?
Yes.
Madhu means honeybees goes to places, flower out of flower, right? Madhu. So like that, people are a sannyasi or a person who just begs and takes whatever he gets, he will just substitute on that. That's not Madhukari. Like honeybee is going to various houses. So once a person, Madhukari was doing, he was going to various houses, he did not get anything. So finally he reached a house. And there that house, person who was staying was an atheist. So he said, Kya tum mere paas hai? Ask your Lord, you are doing all this, right? Going to every houses. Ask the Lord, why have you come to me? So this person, he came very humbly, he said, yeah, I'm going to every house. If anyone wants to give anything, then that I will just take and I will substitute on that. Like that he said. He said, see, even Krishna cannot give you anything. Okay, now what you do is, you again try every house. If nobody gives you anything, then you come to me. Then I will see what can be done. Arrogance. Right? So then this person just heard, being a humble person, he again went to some houses. Nobody gave him anything. Then finally he went to the atheist. And then he asked atheist that I went to various houses, nobody gave anything. As you asked, I went to every house. So atheist said, now remember, nobody gave you anything. Finally I am giving you. That means even Krishna cannot give you anything. Only I can give you. And then this Madhukari, this person who was doing Madhukari, he was smiling and he was giving. The atheist got even more angry. Hey, smile kya kar raha hai? Why are you laughing? He said, see, Krishna is so merciful. Even though an atheist, he can give it to me. You understood? So he said, even though an atheist, he can give it to me. So Krishna is so merciful. So that is the vision that a devotee has. Whatever I am getting from Krishna. That we should have. And whatever I am getting, I should use it for Krishna. I will use it for my family also. Because that is what I am supposed to do as a grahastha. I'm supposed to use it for my family. But also I'll give something in. See, think about it, Prabhu. If you keep eating full day, I mean, everybody eats full day, three times or 4 times, whatever it is, and next day you don't also leave something, then indigestion ho jayega. Correct? Similarly is the wealth. Whatever wealth we have, some wealth we should also give it away. Because it is also coming from Krishna, and out of that, whatever our capacity is, 5%, 10%, 2%, 1%, something we should use. He's using his facility, right? Something he's doing. So like that, we should use something, because then we understand that it is Krishna is providing, and by that, actually by giving, we actually receive mercy. We receive mercy and we become humble automatically. Because then we start to understand that, okay, this is not mine anyways. I'm using it for Krishna's service. Thank you, Sadhguru. Today people can ask questions, we have time also. I ended today early because Prabhu was mentioning that we have to end by 6:40. So we have question answers time. Go ahead. Anyone has any questions? Some long-lasting question.
Prabhu,
Or previous chapters.
did we cover tea? I don't know whether I missed it or not. V.I.R.A.T.
Two on form. Okay, let's revise quickly. Okay, what was V?
Vision.
Vision. What was I? Universal form. Right? What was R? Ravage. Ravage means destruction. Krishna is saying that everything will be destroyed. Right? Then after that? ये तो याद रहेगा ही, मतलब एक्रोनिम तो याद रहेगा भले कुछ. Okay, A is what? Arjuna's prayers. Right? Prayers from 35 to 46. Right? And 35th, Sanjay is speaking. 36 to 46. 3 to 4 2. Okay. And what was the acronym within that?
Pray.
Pray. Right? Pray. Not P-R-E-Y. P-R-A-Y. Praising, respecting,
Apologizing and yearning.
And finally T. T is what?
To
Two-armed form. That was a satisfying thing for Arjuna. Arjuna was happy seeing the two-armed form of Krishna. Or kuch?
Prabhu, any significance to this picture in this painting?
Yeah, because Sri Prabhupada did that, right? His entire life, he gave it for Krishna. Right? I'll tell you one story since you asked about Sri Prabhupada. Once Sri Prabhupada was, in those days, now, later, not now, but once he came to America, he got a lot of disciples and all. But when he was in India, he alone used to do book distribution, printing, writing, editing, everything he used to do, one single person. Can you imagine? So once what happened is, he was going to Delhi, and he gave in a particular house, he gave a Back to Godhead magazine. He used to print that Back to Godhead magazine, he used to write and he used to print. So he gave the Back to Godhead magazine. And when he gave, that person told that, wait, I'll just come. So then, one of his godbrother was passing by. So he saw Sri Prabhupada. So Sri Prabhupada was distributing some books. And then he said, okay, he left. After 4 hours, he came back. That his godbrother, he came back and he saw Sri Prabhupada still sitting there. So then this person asked Sri Prabhupada that Swamiji, that time you were saying something else, said, why are you sitting still here? He said that this person told me that he will give me 5 rupees for this Back to God magazine. I am still waiting for him. He has not come out for 4 hours. And then this person, this godbrother of Sri Prabhupada, he gives this 5 rupees to him. And he says, Swamiji, you should go back now. And then he gives more money. He said, I gave more money because I saw the torn clothes of Swamiji and I felt pity. Sri Prabhupada did so much. The only thing that we can actually repay him is by actually reading his scriptures. Think about it, writing entire Srimad Bhagavatam at the age of 70. We can't even read with our eyes. Like running last week, I said, right? Phone were coming again. That morning, my Nani had left the world. And in that last phase of her life, she said, I was not able to read also. Because eyes became weak, everything. I mean, now also phone keep timing their phone. So, where were we? Okay. Because timing became weak. eyes became big. And that time, Srila Prabhupada wrote entire Srimad Bhagavatam till 10th canto, Caitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita. When he came here, he had no money, literally. He had just pair of symbols and 3 books he had carried. That's it. Sarojini, the person who gave her the ticket, she said, Swamiji, you will die in the middle of the ship only. You're not even able to reach to the end of the ocean, which is America. She said like that. And he said, no, my Guru Maharaj has told me that you should preach Krishna consciousness in the West. That is what Srila Prabhupada is. People didn't even understand what Srila Prabhupada is speaking because of the heavy Bengali accent. But they all felt in the heart that he's speaking something which is extremely important for me. And they all took up Krishna consciousness. They're all drugs. You tell one night stands. You just think about things and they were doing all that. But they all became great Vaishnavas just by taking the association of Srila Prabhupada and just following his instructions. See, we cannot follow Krishna's instruction maybe. Might be hard. But if we have one Vaishnava with whom we can say that, okay, he is my hero. Not Sachin Tendulkar and all this. I mean, they are coming and going. They are like, you can think of like spark of the splendor. Krishna has given them some vibhuti, some special power. But Krishna is the one who has given that power. But Vaishnavas are the one who are carrying Krishna in their heart. And if we have taken shelter of them and just blindly follow them, our life can become successful. That is actually success of our life. But our success of our life has completely screwed up because of these movies. They show that mansion, they show a lot of money, and we feel, yeah, this is what it should be. People don't understand that what is, these movies are actually screwing our life also and kids' life also. One thing that we can actually stop is this showing of these blunder movies. What is this? And I'm not saying when I was in that boat, but 2014, when I started reading Bhagavad Gita, I could see the contrast. What Srila Prabhupada is speaking, I was able to now see. See, that is what has happened. In 14th chapter, Krishna will discuss what are 3 modes: mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of goodness. And for many people, this concept of soul is very alien. They cannot understand why, because there's so much in the ignorance mode. They don't appreciate that we are soul and we are not this body. But when we take shelter of scriptures, we start to realize, my God, my life is like this. I'm behaving like a, daku only. And slowly we start to realize that, no, I want to improve my life. I can't behave like this, like an animal. You see, outside of marriage, all people don't understand because they're not taking shelter of Krishna. They're not taking shelter. See, at least they will have that, fear at least will be there. There are 4 stages, right? Fear, duty, then what is the next stage? Fear, desire, duty and devotion. We approach Krishna because out of fear, at least. Because नहीं करेंगे तो Krishna पाप देंगे. ऐसा, fear. Above that is desire. I have this desire. That's why we go. उसके ऊपर duty, I should do. And finally is devotion. No, I want to go out of love. So at least when we take shelter of scriptures, we understand. 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. If you don't feel fearful of doing sinful actions, read the 5th canto, last chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. It says that if you are doing this, if you are doing meat eating, then in hellish plants you will go through this. If you are having sex outside of marriage, then in hellish life you will have this. After all this hearing, it was done. You'll be so scared. But why it is there? Just for us to come to at least recognize that this is what I am doing. This is what, at least recognition is the first step. From that we go higher, that okay, now I want to serve Krishna, not because I want something, but I just want to serve. Right? So that's why whenever I read this last line, I remember Krishna. And whenever you feel, right, oh, what, I'm supposed to know work, I'm supposed to this, that, why this devotee gives me so much service, this, that, you realize Srila Prabhupada has done so much for us. At the age of 70, he was nicely placed in Vrindavan. Right? You want to be in Vrindavan. 2 days back, Badrinath Maharaj left the world. After 2 years, he went to Vrindavan. And he left the world. Everybody wants to leave the world in Vrindavan. But Srila Prabhupada left Vrindavan to come here. I mean, imagine the level of surrender to his Guru Maharaj. Right? That was Srila Prabhupada. And if you have time, you should read Srila Prabhupada's entire life history. It is known as Lilamrita, Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. When you read that, I know one person, Koladev Pran Prabhu, his name is his wife. Sometimes what we get Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all these books. She got Prabhupada Lilamrita. First book she got. She don't know Krishna consciousness. She just read Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. She became a devotee. Just reading about a Vaishnava who were a pure Vaishnava who just wanted to serve this entire world. And for him, he is friendly to every living entity. Friendly to every living entity. Once there was a person in France, he was a complete drunkard. We have time, right? No, you tell me. I mean, it's my last class, but but that doesn't mean. So this guy in France was complete drunkard. He used to do toilet also in that times only, nothing like, how people from hippies are. So the temple people should never invite him. They should say that you tum bhari ho. But what happened is, once Srila Prabhupada came to France, and then this person was coming inside, he wanted to inside to eat, because he wanted to eat something. And all these devotees were saying, no, you're stinking, the hippies thinking, because they are staying there, they don't take bath, everything. So they were not allowed. So Srila Prabhupada then said, no, allow him to come inside. And then all devotees were saying, Srila Prabhupada, he's really stinking badly. He said, let him come inside. And then he came inside, Srila Prabhupada embraced him, hugged him, and then he was massaging his hair, like this. And his heart melted so much, he literally became a devotee, and then he also became a disciple. His name is Rasada Prabhu. Imagine what his life was, just one association with the Bhagavad. His life changed. People ask, show me God. But we are not able to appreciate God's representative only right now. Right? So Krishna, through his commentation, Prabhupada through his comment, is actually showing us who is God. Right? So we have to take this life seriously. Otherwise, next life, again this same cycle. Right? Srila Prabhupada told, give one life to Krishna. Give one life to Krishna. Okay, 9 to 5 we are work, no problem. Morning time, give to Krishna. Evening time, give to family. Put Krishna in the center. Right? Still we are doing Krishna, we are still giving time to family. Keep Krishna in the center. Sorry, you have one question like this. Anyone has anything? Otherwise we'll end here.
One more last question.